Hey, cool gamer. Hey, cool gamer. It's a little bit later in the day. It's a little bit later in the day. So I'm almost done. I'm cooling down. The wind is blowing, so I hope there's no feedback. I know you guys can hear my keys though. So if there's feedback, I'm sorry. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. Hey, Burn. Hey, Burn. How you doing, Burn? Thank you for joining my live. Thank you and Cool Gamer. I'm almost done exercising for today. I'm cooling down right now. I may exercise again later on this evening because there's nothing much to do today. It is Monday. My conversations have been about goals, broadening our horizons. And this week, let's talk about some money, 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 money. What do you guys do to make extra money? Vern says, hello, Lions Pride. Get your cardio. Yes, 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 Vern. Got to get the cardio in. Even if you don't get your weight training in, try not to miss getting at least 30 minutes of cardio per day. If you're a beginner, if you're slow starting out, at least get you 15 minutes, but preferably start out with at least 30 minutes per day of cardio and increase that up to an hour. I would like for everybody to get an hour. But we understand sometimes people have busy schedules, but even if your schedule is busy, try to incorporate something that contributes to your health, something in the form of cardio exercise that contributes to your health. You have busy schedules, but you want to be able to perform those schedules with ease. And I feel like cardio helps you to do more things with ease. It helps you to go about your day to day activities with ease. Also, it's summertime. Y'all get outside, get off the couch, get off the bed, get off of social media. And if you don't want to get off of social media for a few minutes, then incorporate your social media time into your exercise time. Get on here and do an exercise video instead of watching just stuff all day. Get on here and do something that's soothing to your soul. Exercise is like chicken soup to the soul. Hey, April. How you doing, April? Thank you for joining the live, April. I'm glad to have you. Hey, cool gamer. Hey, Burn. Hey, April. Thank you for joining the live. Get up, get out, and do something productive. Get off of the couch, get out of your chair, get off the bed. If you can, of course, if you can. And as I always say before starting any new exercise regimen, workout routine, always consult your healthcare provider, be that your doctor, your physician's assistant, your nurse practitioner, whoever it is that you go to for your healthcare needs. Always consult them before starting any new workouts. I'm sorry, y'all, there's someone mowing the lawn, but hey, I'm glad to see that because he's getting some exercise. You know, you can get up and get out, mow your lawn, water your grass. A lot of people are getting rain, storms, and showers, so they won't need to water their grass for a while. But if you're in a hot area, hadn't gotten much rain, get up and mow your lawn. Get up and do something. Don't just watch. Don't just watch. Don't just always watch. Give your something, give yourself something or watch something that motivates you. Yes, April, it does. It releases endorphins. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural painkillers, and they're mood stabilizers. Exercise is good for your mood. So if you're in a bad mood, I promise you, This is a promise I make to each and every one of you. If you're in a bad mood, get up, go walk, even if you're not used to doing that. You know, watching, check out something like a boxer, okay? Rocky, say one of the old Rocky movies. What do they do when they get upset? In any movie, what do a lot of people do when they get upset? They get up and run, they jog, they go boxing, they go to the gym. That's what they do. And I see y'all's comments. I see your names. I can't quite see your comments because it's really sunny out here. It was cool and breezy, and it was cloudy earlier. But I was in my main workout phase because you guys know I have my appetizer, which is my warm up, my entree, which is my main workout time, and my cool down, which is now. So I'm cooling down and I'm cooling down, and I can't see the phone because of the sun. So I can see you guys a little bit. When I get to a shaded area, I'm about to come up to a big shade tree. So I will look then and I'll be able to address some of the comments. But in the meantime, you guys keep talking to me because I'm going to cool down. I'm going to get to a stopping point and I'm going to read each and every comment. If there are any content creators in this chat or if you come through this chat, I will definitely do my best to send support your way. And I will drop your link. I do that at the end of all my videos. Burn says, I agree. Yes, I agree with your advice. Yes, yes, yes. Moving around, it's always great for your health. Think about it. You know, it doesn't have to be so much of a as you age perspective. It's just in general. Moving around. Okay, I'm slowing down a little bit because I'm near a shade tree. Yes, Burn. Yes. Walk it off, April. Right, right. Burn says, I subbed to you today. I didn't know you had a channel. I like your energy. Oh, thank you, Burn. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Yes, y'all, you know, you got to get your joints. There's this stuff called synovial fluid. It lubricates your joints. And the more you move, the more of that lubrication you get. And guess what that means? The less stiff you are. You know, even over time, may not work tomorrow, may not work the next day. But once you start to move more, the less stiff you will be. When you get up in the mornings, a lot of people have that stiffness, be it in their back, their legs, just generalized stiffness all over their bodies. Well, guess what? If you start to move more, that will definitely help with that. It may not work. You get out and walk one day. Yeah, it may not work. But guess what? Persistence is key. You have to be persistent and consistent. Consistency is key. And be persistent in the way that you do it. Get up. You don't have to run a mile a day. Just walk around your yard 2 or 3 times. Walk around the block 2 or 3 times. Move those arms as you move. Move your legs. Exercise. Move. Just move. Move as much as you can. Like I say, I always talk about Tina Turner. May she rest in peace. She contributed that dancing. She contributed to some of the beauty of her legs to all the dancing. Dancing is cardio. So if you don't like to walk, if you don't like to jog or run, dance. 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 Get up off the couch, get up out of your bed and dance. Now, that said, you have some people who they're housewives or they may not be housewives. They work every day and they're constantly moving. That's good and that's fine. Do that. Continue to do that. But what I encourage you to do also is to at least move 30 minutes each day, consistent. Just get out there and walk. Walk. Move your arms, move your legs. If you feel like going faster, go faster. You want to slow down, slow down. Whatever is best for your let's see, whatever is best for you and your capabilities. And again, always, if you have healthcare issues, definitely consult with a physician before doing any new exercise routine or before, making any changes. You also want to talk with your healthcare provider before making any changes because sometimes people, they overexert, they overdo it. So try not to overdo it. Just move. You don't want to overextend yourself. You just want to move and feel good. The title of the video, Let's Walk and Talk, Monday. And today we're talking about money. Can you guys tell me some things that you do to, one, make extra money. Two, to save money. Or three, what do you enjoy spending your money on? So it doesn't have to always be about making extra money, which I think we all strive to do that. But what do you do with your money? How do you create more money for yourself? How do you use your money? And how do you save your money? Do you have, Lord, somebody threw the mat out of the car. Do you have, are there certain ways that help you when it comes to saving money? If you happen to come across this video, please like it, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment in this section during the replay and let us know. Drop some nuggets. Like I say, we drop nuggets over here so that other people can pick up nuggets. We plant seeds so that other people can see the growth of those seeds. Just let us know what you do, what positive things you do to make money, to save money, and just overall, how do you utilize your money when it comes to, just having fun. I know we all pay bills, so we know that we all have to pay these bills. But what do you do to have fun with your money? How how do you save your money? Other than, the bank, what other saving methods do you guys have? Let's see if I can see what April's saying. Okay, she's still saying walk it out. So there's not many in this chat, but that's good. That's fine. I like that. I like it when it's a chat where we can communicate with each other in a healthy way, in an educational way, in a way that doesn't sound or seem like we're not getting anywhere. So if you come across this live again, I say, tell me, what do you do to make extra money? What do you do to save your money? In what ways, what fun ways do you use your money? It always, you know what? I was enjoying the rain. I was enjoying the rain because I've worked out for about 45 minutes. In the past couple of days, every time I get to my cool down, y'all, it's hot. It is burning up out here. I see so many other people who are getting rain, thunderstorms, and I hope that you guys are safe. But as long as you're safe, I hope that you're safe. But in the meantime, enjoy that coolness. I'm sure the rain has brought about some cool weather as well. And it may not be cool as in fall cool, but I'm sure it's probably cool down your area. Rain tends to do that. That rain seems to have a cool down effect. So wherever you are, if you're in a place that's getting storms this week or the past couple of days, I hope you guys are safe. And I hope you are taking time in your life to better your health. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. So most people, if they didn't have a dime, they cherish the fact that they had good health. So money, everything isn't about money as well. So I'm talking about money this week. Those are some things. If you come back to my live later on this week, we're talking about money, ways to make money, ways to save money, and ways to utilize your money. All healthy, helpful ways. Do we splurge sometimes? Yes, and that's fine. It's nice to treat yourself. It's good to treat yourself sometimes. It definitely is good to do that. So again, the sun is out. You guys know what it is when the sun is out. I can't see your comments, but it doesn't matter. If you're in this live, I appreciate you for being in the live. If you stop by for a minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, I totally appreciate you. It is scorching hot. So I won't be on here much longer. I should have come on when it was cloudy and kind of breezy, but I don't focus well when I'm in the middle of my main workout. So I don't focus on the chat well. And today, I can't even see the chat. Like I said, the past couple of days, now it's cooled down. The sun is out. It's so annoying that I can't see it, but you guys can hear me, I hope. And you guys can chat amongst each other. So do that. Learn from each other, teach each other, you know, learn from each other and teach each other. I'm sure you guys have seen, no matter where you are on this platform, whatever, no matter what channels you watch, or no matter what area you go into, I'm sure you've seen probably enough negativity to last 3, 4, 5 years, to last forever. So find you someone nice to listen to, someone pleasant to listen to. Look at some of the relaxation videos. Hey Sonya, just popped in. Hey, just popped in. Hey Sonya, I'm glad to have you. We the plug. We the plug. Hey Lions, have a blessed day. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. We're the plug. We the plug. And Sonya, my mom. Let me see me trying to read Burns' comment. When I want to teach, when I want to treat myself, okay, to a spa day, I take it out of that envelope. Okay, come on, Burn. That's what I'm talking about. I learned I like to feel like I'm rewarding myself. Exactly, exactly. I know a lot of people do that. My daughter does that. She has an envelope and payday, besides her regular savings and things like that, the regular things that she does with her money to try and generate more money. What she does is she pays herself into her envelopes, into things that she wants to do, needs to do. She has one for bills, she has one for treats, she has one for her sister. And I think her sister does the same thing. And I really, really like that, guys. If you have kids, I don't care what age they are, teach them ways to save money for themselves, but also teach them ways to save money for their siblings. Especially if it's just two or three of them. Like I said, my daughters, they have envelopes, envelopes for things that they do once they get paid. They put money in a treat me envelope. I think that's what they call it, Burn. So you're exactly right. It's They use a envelope, they label it treat me. And then they have bills, of course, because they're like me, they don't like to really pay bills online, but they do, they account for the things that need to be paid online, of course. And of course, everything else is online as far as their savings. It goes directly where it needs to go. But as far as having money on hand, they have envelopes, and each envelope has a label. And they each have a label for each other. Say if one of my children runs short during the week, to prevent him or her from going into their actual savings, guess what? They use their envelope, for they have an envelope that label rough times. No, no, they didn't say rough times. They said one of them had rough times, but they changed it. They changed it to, y'all, the envelope says money low. So they have a treat me envelope, they have a bills envelope, they have a money low envelope for themselves, and they have an envelope for each other. So if one is short and they've used their extra money, the money that they put to the side, they go to their sister or brother and they're like, hey, you got any extra cash? And guess what? They love each other. So it's no, you pay me back. They've agreed on what amount they're going to put in each pay period for each other. And so they're like, hey, yeah, I got you. And so, they work it out amongst each other. Like, how much do you have for me? And how much, then they find out what the person needs and they give accordingly. Now, if you need everything that's saved, then that's on you. But it's not so bad because they could only have you $20 saved, or they could have you $100 saved. So the thing about it is when they save for each other, they give each other the option of how much do you want. They let them know how much I have for you and how much do you need or how much do you want out of it. Yes, Burn, it is so sweet. And I'm glad they came up with that. I wish my siblings and I had done something similar. Now, of course, when we ran low, we helped each other. No doubt, no questions asked. But it's so nice to have a stash of money exclusively for that. I'm going to turn and go the other way, y'all, because they are making a lot of noise. So it's so nice that they have an envelope labeled sis, bro. You know, I really, really like that concept. So, and that also cuts back and cuts down on them maybe borrowing money from a friend or another family member, like, who may not be as close, like a cousin or something like that. Now, of course, aunties and cousins, especially first cousins, and sometimes your 10th cousin can be just like siblings, of course. But if it's from your sibling, your biological sister or brother, then to me, it's a better feeling. Whenever I've ever had to borrow money, I felt more comfort in getting it from my sister or my brothers. I did. And and that's not to say that we never fuss, fight, or argue, or to say that our relationships are perfect. But the love is perfect. You know, the way we love, people say that there are no perfect things, everything is imperfect. And that's true. I do believe that's true. But I think the closest thing to perfection is the love that you have for your family. You may not show it as much, you may not be perfect in the way you show it, you may not show it perfectly. But if you do, and that's not to say that everybody truly loves their family, but for the most part, I would hope that everyone has true, genuine love for their family. And if you truly do, it doesn't matter what fight or argument you're in. When they need something, you move. Sonya said she's doing yard work today. It's a workout for sure. Yes, Sonya Byrne. Yes, it is, y'all. Yard work is a workout for sure. Believe you me, it is. So yes, that's a great example of a workout. But by the time you get done bending and twisting, oh, y'all, it feels so good now. I can see the comments. The wind is blowing. Feels like it's about to rain. I'm gonna slow up a lot. Let's see. I agree. Love the envelope idea. Yes, it's a great idea. Guys, I'm sorry about that. I got a phone call and it was a scam, so I swiped it off and wasn't sure if I had knocked myself out of the live. Bern, oh, I live in an HOA. We got to stay, yes, on top of it. Yes, you definitely have to stay on top of it, Sonya. When you live in an HOA, in a HOA, why is that? And HOA always sounds better to me than That's not correct though. But when you live in a HOA, you definitely have to stay on top of it. They're going to make sure that you do. They're going to make sure that you do. You get in this grass because there's no sidewalk here, and there's a lot of traffic on this road. So I'll just get in the grass. And guys, before you exercise, no matter what it is, please do your warm up. Please do your stretches because you can get injuries while exercising. You can. And the fact that you're doing warm ups and stretches won't 100% guarantee no injuries, but I say 90% plus, it'll help. And even if you have an injury, if you've stretched appropriately and you've warmed up appropriately, hopefully your injury won't be as bad. So, because you can injure yourself, especially when you're walking on streets like this. See these little, you can like, sometimes I often step wrong, especially when I'm talking and I'm looking at the phone. Sometimes, so I have to watch myself when I get to certain spots. But that said, sometimes you misstep. And just like when your car hits a pothole, it can knock your whole front end out of alignment, right? Well, when you step in one of these little potholes or little crevices, it can knock that leg out of whack. It can mess up your knee. When we were younger, especially when we were kids, our bones were a little bit more spongy, the joints were more lubricated, and we pop back up and it'd be okay. Unless it was really, really, really traumatic, we'd pop back up and it'd be okay. And also your body won't feel that injury till you get maybe 40 or 50 years old. Because what is the first thing we do, y'all, when we start out in life? We get to that, we're pulling up and we're falling, right? Well, the butt and the pamper, they're cushions. The joints, the limbs are a lot more rubbery. So you can break something and not even know that it's broken. It may be painful, a little swollen, but if you keep moving, it'll heal. Sometimes those old injuries come back on us later in life. So that said, watch your babies, watch your toddlers. If they're injured, get them treatment. Uh, if it's any type of swelling, even if it's not swelling, just get them treatment. Because I know, yes, they heal much quicker, and they heal the way they heal is a lot quicker, easier than the way adults heal, kids in general. But some injuries still need tending. They need to be tended to because even though they've healed later in life, it will start to bother them if it wasn't treated appropriately. And like I said, the first thing we start to do as we start to grow up is we start to walk. And so our knees take a lot. Even when you grow up, you may not use your knees a lot if you don't have a plant job or if you don't have to teach or, if you have a job where you can kind of sit down a little bit, you may not use your knees a lot. But guess what? Some of those people still have injuries because in life, most of us, if we got outside any at all, we fail. We fail. We fell off our bikes. We fell off skateboards. We fell skating. We took some falls. So hopefully you're blessed that your falls didn't cause any injury. But a lot of people they did, and those injuries won't, affect you or start to bother you until you're 40, 50, sometimes like in your 30s. And you're like, oh my gosh, why is my knee hurting? I didn't hit it. You may not have done anything to it. But sometimes we just have to reflect on life. Everybody's body is different. And though there are general rules that we heal quickly when we're young, still you may have an injury that healed, but if you didn't get it treated, it may not have healed the right way. Um, or it could have healed the right way, but it's just, it's going to give you some trouble anyway. So always, always, whenever you're injured, whether you're a child or an adult, if you're an adult, make sure that your children get their injuries treated, get rehab or whatever they need. And us adults, we definitely need to get the rehab and treatment that we need. Because even when you can no longer go 100%, guess what? You can get back to 80 or 85, and that can feel like 100, especially when you're older. Especially when you're older, and that's what you want. You want to be able to do the things that you do and enjoy yourself. Hey, Jordan. Hey, 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 how are you? Welcome to the live. I appreciate you for stopping by. And as we're talking about injuries and healing, y'all go over there and check out the Jay Jordan. Check out his exercise videos. He's a very fun person. He's a very positive person. He does music. He works out. He has something for everybody. And he's a very, very sharing person. He shares his platform with other content creators and he allows them to be seen as well. To him, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. It doesn't matter what you do. From my observation, Jordan is a very giving person and he loves to interact with people. So y'all go over there and check out the Jay Jordan. Please check him out. I'm going to drop his link as well. Jordan, thank you for coming. Jordan, at the end of my lives, I drop my links then. So I will definitely drop your link. And if I forget to drop your link, I will definitely do it the next live. But I don't plan on forgetting. I'm gonna I'm cooling down now, so I'm almost done. And I'm gonna chat for a little while. And before I do anything else, I'm going to go through and drop every content creator's link who came through here. And I greatly appreciate you guys for coming through here because we need to do something positive. Okay. Take some deep breath. Hey, T. Hey, my T always wins. Hey, 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 hey. Y'all, this T always wins is a sweetie. She's a sweetheart. I love her. She mods for everybody, y'all. She mods for everybody. T is probably saying, girl, I will mod for everybody. Okay, she doesn't mock for everybody, but a lot of people trust her. They do. They trust her because she's fair in the chats. I've been in chats before that I wasn't particularly fond of, but T always wins is the mod that's always been fair, and she gives you warnings. Now, what the other ones do, I don't know, but she does, and I really do enjoy being in a chat with T always wins. So, y'all, get up, get out, and move, 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 move your joints. Walk, 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 walk. We're walking and we're talking, we're talking and we're walking. We're talking about money today. What do you do to we're talking about everything. We're always trying to be motivated, okay? Leave some of the negative stuff over there with the negative stuff. Take your mind away from that because guess what? When you're into a lot of negativity, you focus on it when you're not on this app. It's in your mind. It's a mind game. The things that we think about when we're off this app are often related to the things that we do and we contribute to when we're on this app. I don't want to, I like a little mess. I like a little drama, but I love positivity. So I only go to certain channels when I want to see a little drama. Um, I like it when people know when enough is enough and too much is too much. Sometimes people don't seem to be able to distinguish that. So I truly wonder what people teach their kids these days. I really don't know. You have to know. And you have to let them know that there are going to be times there where you may encounter drama or see drama, but try to stay out of it. Try to be as neutral as possible if they're related to you or if they're your friends. And because that's a lot less stress for you. Oh, you're welcome, T. You've always been fair whenever I've seen you in any live chat. When whenever I've seen you in any live chat, you've always been fair. So yeah, guys, try to like leave some nuggets. If you can't think of anything right now during the live, when the live is over, come back into the comment section of the replay and drop some nuggets for us. Pick up some nuggets from somebody else if you see any. We try to leave positive nuggets over here. And this week I'm talking about money. What do you do to make extra money? How do you spend your money? Um, Not necessarily in your business. But when I say how do you spend your money, I mean how do you treat yourself? How do you treat your family? The fun things. Like, so what do you do to make extra money? How do you treat yourself and your family with your money that you make? And what do you do to save money? To save. Like, how do you make extra money? It can be from investing, just, it can be a piggy bank. Because, you know, hopefully you have some savings in your accounts and things like that. We're not talking about that. That's too personal for me. We're talking about like at home. What do you do to save money? I think we've gotten so used to swiping cards that sometimes we don't have, cash on hand. I think when you leave home every day, you should at least leave with 10 bucks. 10 bucks. At least you should always keep 10 to $20 cash. And I know this world is becoming, digital and everything is card, 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 card. But there will be a time when you leave home where cash is king. You know, for instance, yesterday I was in Aldi and I had the 20 bucks that I'm speaking of, right? I hate all this glitter. Look at this. I had the 20 bucks that I'm speaking of right now. I went into Aldi, I got a few items, and y'all guess what my total was? $20.85. Because when I go and I even see, if I don't make a list and I know I have a certain amount of money on hand, I choose where I stop carefully. And this was me when I was getting off work. So if I'm gonna stop in the shade for a minute. So if I don't have a list and I not only have 10, 20 bucks, I gotta move. I gotta keep moving. I choose carefully. So I was like, okay, I have to make a stop at Aldi and I have to make a stop at the drugstore. So I got my items from Aldi and I had just enough in another space, in another place to get. I spent like $5 at the drugstore, right? So I was in Aldi. I had 20 bucks inside the store with me, and my total was 20.85, y'all. $20.85, and the cashier was a sweetheart. No, that was almost a dollar. She let me go, and I was like, hey, I have change. It's just 85 cents. So I keep change. So I had to change. But she was like, it's closing time. She was like, oh no, honey. She said, I know you being here. She was like, it's 85 cents. So wasn't that the great attitude to have? He says, besides overtime, I have a set amount that comes out of my check deposited directly into my savings. Right. Been doing it for years and it really works for me because I don't see it. Exactly. It's not missed. Exactly, T. If you don't see the money, then it's not missed. And that's how I am, and that's how my kids are. You know, are we millionaires? No, but it works. It works. And like I said, my children, they do the envelopes. They have envelopes. After their money has been deposited and all that, they do envelopes for home. And each envelope has a label. They have the treat me envelope. They have the bills envelope because there are still bills that they actually go pay. instead of paying online. And then they have envelopes for each other. So when a sister is short or a brother is short, they go and say, "Hey, can you got anything in my envelope?" It's actually their envelope. And so they'll go into their sister's envelope that they have for them. And to me, you know, they came up with that. And to me, that's the sweetest thing ever, because it's not like, "Hey, can I borrow?" It's like they literally save money for each other out of their own checks. Like my kids, when they get paid, they fill their envelopes and they have an envelope for their sibling. So when their sibling runs short, guess what? They don't have to go to friends and borrow money. They don't have to go to another family member. Now, if there's an astronomical amount of money that they need, then hey, we got to do. But if it's just like something to get them to the next payday, they saw something, they may have splurged a little bit, but hey, it's not. They look at it like this: it's not my business what you're using it for. I don't want you to waste it, of course, because I'm saving it for you. But they save for each other. I'll give you an example. Say uh, my daughter, she has her own treat me envelope, like they all do, and she has one for her siblings. So if one of the siblings comes and say, "Hey, can I borrow?" Or can I, not even can I borrow, because it's for them. Can I have, like, they'll ask, they're open in communication because that envelope is for their sibling. So they'll be like, "Hey, you got $100 saved up. You haven't been messing with it. So what do you need?" If they ask for money, "Oh, I just need 20 for some gas to I get paid." Then that means they have 80 left. And that same, so then she can in turn say, "Do you have anything in my envelope?" She's like, "Oh, I got 130 for you." So they don't go in the envelopes that they prepare for each other, because some people could be like, "Well, why don't they just put it in their own envelopes?" Because it's a technique, it's a way about it. If you put it in your own envelope for yourself, you're more likely going to use it faster. So sibling A has an envelope for sibling B has one for sibling A. So sibling A, instead of going in her own and saying, "Well, I can just say that for myself," she'll go to sibling B and say, "Do you have anything saved for me?" And she'll do it that way. And B will do the same for A. And I really do like that because, like I said, it cuts down on them asking for, like, "Hey, for my coworker, can I get this until I pay that?" Maybe it's lunch. Maybe they forgot they ran out or something. So it cuts down on a lot of mess from the outside of the family. And then it cuts down on them borrowing from cousins, aunties or uncles or whatever. It just cuts down. And like I said, they're giving that money to each other in a helpful way. So A is saving a little bit each pay period that every time she gets paid, she saves some for her siblings. And it's theirs. She's giving it to them because they've made that agreement and they're saving for her. So I really do like that. I really do. Life with Marlene. Hey, Life with Marlene. I think I've seen you before. I'm not sure, but thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you for tapping into the live. And so, you know, so they do. They save for themselves in an envelope, and they save for their siblings in an envelope. Each one of them have their own. So yeah, and it works. It works great. It actually does. And like I said, I wish my siblings and I had thought of that when we were growing up. We didn't borrow a lot of money from friends or anything, unless you happen to be on a field trip and you saw a souvenir that you really wanted. You spent all your money. So we didn't do that. But hey, that keeps you from asking for money from your parents as well. Because your parents gonna probably like, "What you need this money for? What you do with your money?" And then some parents won't. Some parents just give. They say they need it, they give it. But it will cut down on asking for money from dad when you're short, or mom. The fact that they have envelopes for each other, I love that. I really do. Y'all, yesterday someone delivered. I don't know if it was. Yeah, I see. I don't use the Dash services. I don't know if it was DoorDash. I don't know who did it, or maybe it was the service that Walmart uses. But someone delivered groceries to my house, and I'm like, I didn't order this, and so it's like I didn't know what to do with it. I could have called Walmart, but I didn't because I wasn't going to bring it in my house because people do crazy things. It could have been a scam. I don't know, but they delivered it. So I'm like, It was Pillsbury chocolate chip frozen cookies. By the time I saw them, they were not frozen at all. They were ruined. So they were no go anyway. So I didn't know what to do. I just threw it away because it was like it was ruined. The cookies were ruined. They had like drinks or something that were once cold that were hot. They had meat that was starting to look a little bit brown. And I know people may say, well, why was the meat looking brown already? Well, I don't know how long it had been out there, and it's been hot. So, it'll start to brown. And that's what happened. It started to brown. So, yeah, I don't see I don't use those services. Believe it or not, I don't. I never do because I just like going to pick my own groceries. I do. I'm going to get in some shade. I'm about done cooling down. I'm going to get in some shade so I can see you guys because if you're talking, I would like to see what you're saying during the live. Let's see. Uh, it's a safety net. Yes, life with Marlene. It is a safety net. Yes, T always wins. I'm catching up with the comments, guys. We the plug back in here. Thank you. Jay Jordan says thank you for the kind words, Lions Pride. You're welcome, bro. You know you're welcome. T says my friend saves all his $5 bills. Wow. Whenever he gets change, etc., he takes the fives and puts them aside. That's a great idea. By the end of the week, I was amazed at the amount he accumulated. Right. He always wins. That's a great idea. And so what I do the money challenges, but I also do it my way too. And I do something similar to what he does. Um, I keep all the ones. So sometimes it's like I'll go in my purse at the end of the week and however many ones is in there, then I'll put those up. Because remember, I'll try to take like $20 every day wherever I go. And so if there's ever change, whatever the ones are and whatever the change is, I put the change in a bank and I put the ones to the side. And you're so right. So if he's doing $5, wow, that's amazing. I bet he has a lot. I bet he accumulates a lot. That's a great idea. So, guys, there are things, and I know sometimes it's hard sticking to like money challenges because it may say $5 per day or something like that. But the way T says that her friend does it is amazing. You don't really necessarily have to do it per day. Just whenever he gets a five, put it to the side, and you'll be amazed at how much money you save. People, people act like, oh, that's not a lot of money. Yes, it is. It is, especially if you commit to not touching it until you absolutely have to. Um, it can be a bill. Y'all know we're human, and unless you're rich or you're wealthy, or some you catch hard times sometimes. When I say catch hard times, I don't necessarily mean you don't have any food in your fridge or you don't have any gas in your car. But sometimes we as humans, as adults, we forget. So there may be a bill um, that they're about to cut off. I'm just gonna be honest and keep it real. I've known people where they were about to cut a bill off, and they just remembered like, oh, I didn't pay my power bill, or oh, I didn't pay my water bill, and they go to that stash that they've been saving. Look at T's friend. Imagine how many $5 bills would be in that stash, and they'll have enough to prevent a discollection. I mean, a disconnection. A discollection, y'all. What's a discollection? I guess a discollection is if you don't save anything, huh? Collection sounds like somebody making you pay. But they may have a disconnection to come up and they just completely forgot. Like I said, we get busy. We get busy. And so if they've been stashing a little bit here or there, they can go into that stash and hey, prevent that disconnect on that bill. And even if it's not a disconnect, I think I was like a disconnection. What's a disconnection? And if it's not a disconnect, just still maybe you can pay a bill that you definitely needs to be paid. So, don't knock any of the ways that people save money. Try them out. Try them out. Again, y'all, I'm cooling down. I'm almost to the end of my cool down. Y'all know a cool down is supposed to be like what, 5 minutes? But my cool downs go anywhere from, so I honestly exercise for maybe like an hour and 45 minutes because I do a 45-minute full workout and I come on here and I cool down and I end up talking because that's I figure like that's a good time to come on here and talk to you guys. So I end up talking, and my cool down ends up going like 45 minutes to an hour. So, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. A lot of times, if you exercise, if you have a hard time exercising, just try your best to commit to one day. And when you're doing it, don't get so much off focus that it's not helping you, but try and do something that keeps you focused on what you're doing. Like me talking, it's keeping me focused on my cool down, but it's also, and I could have been done a long time ago, but it's also giving me a chance to touch base with everybody, communicate, talk with people who may have been in the last live, who may not have been in the last live, who decide to come over. And I appreciate each and every one of you all the same. I truly do. I truly love you because without you guys, we content creators don't really have much, besides the content. And all content isn't for everybody. So whenever you support, I greatly appreciate it. I try to support people who create all types of content, but sometimes you get a little burned out. You get burned out, and I refuse to let myself get burned out to the point where I don't want to enjoy the app. You can get burned out so much. Hey, show enough. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Lance Pride, Moz, and everyone stopping by to say, hey, thank you, show enough, for showing your support. I appreciate it. Sometimes you can get that, and that's with anything. It doesn't have to mean it's a bad sector or a messy sector. It can be a bad sector. It can be a messy sector, but it could be a cooking sector. It could be, something, a couple sector. Sometimes if you watch too much, maybe you get burned out. But the thing about that, if it's positive, I don't really get burned out. I may get a little bit tired of it sometimes, but I'm gonna always support positive content. Whether I'm into it or not, whether I like it or not, if it happens to come across my feed, if the algorithm sends it my way, then and it's positive, I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna give a thumbs up. I'm gonna leave a comment because positive channels have a hard time getting support. Positive channels have a hard time getting support. If you're in mess and drama, guess what? You may start out with like 10, 15, but the more mess and the more drama you end up with 100, 150, 200. Is that what you really want? And if it is, kudos to you, you know, but it's enough stuff in our daily lives to send our blood pressure up. It is. It's enough stuff in our daily lives to send our blood pressure up. So, with that being said, I'm going to tell you all, I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you. T says, I enjoy the positive content. Your walks are motivational. I walk and listen to you a few times. Thank you, T. I appreciate that. I truly do appreciate you. And, I say like, comment, share, and subscribe because that's the thing to say. Would I like for people to do that? Yes. But do they have to? No. Because if they're here, they've supported me in one form or another. And honestly, I only want certain people to support, to be honest. Like, I don't come on here to make money. If you know, a lot of people do, and I'm telling you, it's just really not a good way to depend on money. So, and that's why I asked the question today: how do you make money? How do you spend money? How do you save money? And when I say how do you make money, I mean good ways. And social media definitely is a good way, as long as it's the right way. Social media is a good way, as long as it's the right way. We all would like to make money on here, but is that our ultimate goal? For some people, yes. If it ever becomes an ultimate goal of mine, I want to be positive, because guess what? No matter how positive you are, it's going to be somebody that's going to come and shake it up or try to shake it up. So, don't let your blood pressure be run up. Don't. Shonuff says, we'll replay what I missed. Thank you, Shonuff. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. And again, I'm going to tell you guys, I wish you all peace, positivity, and chaos. And as we all can see, if there's no peace, there's chaos. I think I said I wish you peace, positivity, and chaos. My mind was going faster than my mouth. I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. And when you have negativity and chaos, you fail to prosper. You fail to prosper. You may feel like you're prospering because you have numbers, numbers, numbers. But the people who are really at play, the ones who sit back and allow us this platform, they're laughing at you as a people. They're laughing at you. So that being said, I wish you all peace, positivity, and prosperity. Also, that said, no one's a hypocrite. No one is a hypocrite. We all love a little negativity. Just know when to draw the line. Just know when to draw the line. Don't let your blood pressure be run up. Don't. Don't be at a point where you're on here thinking about the things, the negative things that happened on here. Don't. You know, go watch somebody rebuild a car. Go watch somebody grow plants in their garden. Go get some gardening tips. Even if you're not going to garden, get some gardening tips. You may decide to one day. Go learn how to plant food. I think we all need to know how to plant our own food. We do. We do. I think we do. I truly do believe in that. So I wish you all peace, positivity, and prosperity. And don't let bothered people bother you. All right? Don't let bothered people bother you. And don't y'all bother anybody. If you're gonna bother them, make sure it's in a good way. Don't let bothered people bother you at all. Try not to. It's easier said than done. And sometimes it's a you know, it's a process, you know, because I'm a very impatient person myself. I'm very impatient. And at one point, if someone had said you're very impatient, I would have argued them down. But I feel like as adults, as we get older, because if there's some young people who realize this, and stop letting some of the young people show us up. Okay. As we get older, there are things that we should be more wise about. Okay. We should be more wise about. We should know when enough is enough. We should know when too much is too much. We should know when enough is not enough. And sometimes there's a not enough being of being positive. Enjoy the rest of your day too, show enough. Hey Lucinda, good to see you. Thank you for coming to the chat. So again, get up and move. That is going to always be the main message of my channel. Y'all know I'm a shorts channel. I love wildlife. I love to watch the wild animals. But when I do these lives, I want you to get up and move. Move at least 30 minutes per day. And if you're starting out, I'll say at least 15. Because when people aren't used to something, they get bored quickly and they don't focus. So 15, anybody should be able to do 15 minutes. Think of something that you do that's not positive for 15 minutes. Or think about the fact that you sat down and watched a TV show, and before you know it, an hour-long show is midway through, and you're like, man, it's been 30 minutes. So get up and move for 15 minutes. And believe me, trust me, once you move for 15 minutes, then you can push yourself, even if you do it by 5-minute increments. So you'll be like, okay, this is feeling kind of good. You may go another 5 or 10 minutes. No, so start out with 15 if you're a beginner, if you don't like it. If you do enjoy going outside and working out inside, wherever, however you do your cardio or your workouts, try 30 minutes. Try starting with 30 minutes. Everybody should at least get 30 minutes. And like I said, I understand if you don't like it, then do 15, 20. But 30 minutes per day, it releases endorphins. It releases synovial fluid, which lubricates your joints. For those who have problems with stiffness in the joints, moving your knees, your elbows, your what am I trying to say? Your shoulders, your ankles, all of that stuff. You wake up with stiffness, start trying to move a lot more during the day. And I know you may exercise and stuff, but if you're not doing something that's really causing you to move, like swimming, like Sonia's about to get into her garden, her plants, that kind of stuff, you're bending, moving around. If you have knee issues, always check with your healthcare provider. Check with your healthcare provider before you do any of this if you haven't done it. But if you know you're just going to do something low key, then start out walking. I don't know anybody who doesn't suggest walking to someone as long as they're able. So just start off walking. Maybe pick up a little trot here and there during your walk. And it just, like I said, it releases endorphins. Endorphins are natural painkillers. Endorphins are mood stabilizers, natural mood stabilizers. And that's what, they like to throw kids on medication. A lot of times kids aren't outside that much at school anymore. Give these kids an hour outside, midday. They'll be hyped, but they'll be the right kind of hype. Because if you work inside or if you work in an office, you need to get up and you need to go outside and you need to yawn and you need to take a couple of deep breaths. You need to see some nature. Especially if you're in a place where you can't even look out the window. If you're in an office where you can see outside, that's better. But if you can't, but even though if you can see outside or not, see out of your window or not, get up, go outside, walk around, move around. So that being said, I wish you all good health. I wish you all peace, and just go forth and prosper as much as you can. Everybody is different. Everybody has different goals. We're talking about money this week. I want to know, how do you guys make money? How do you make like extra money? Not telling your business, just how do you make extra money? How do you save extra money? And how do you spend your extra money? So peace, positivity, prosperity, and don't let bother people bother you guys. And I will see you guys on the next live. Bye, y'all.